Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, YouTube. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Monday Morning Football Hangover. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys get your week off to a good start. Of course, every Monday I come here every Sunday after the NFL and just give my takes on what happened yesterday. Thanks so much for watching. Um, of course, we're going to talk about a big weekend, week 9. Week 9 has been huge. A lot of big games yesterday. The NFL week didn't start off good with that crappy game on San Francisco and Oakland. That game was garbage on Thursday. But Sunday, we had some great games. The early in every window, the 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and the night game last night was great. Um, we're going to start with the 1 o'clock games, though, man. Let me get this out the way as a Ravens fan. Let me get this out the way now. I posted something on Facebook yesterday, um, basically saying, man, the Ravens are done. And I'm not. So I got to think about it. I was like, well, they might not be done. I looked at the AFC. They still have a shot. But I just don't. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't. I don't see a playoff team, and I'm just want to stand by that. For the most part, they got a shot. Really, it's just one spot because I don't think they win the division. I think they really done by winning this division. Of course, the terrible loss to the Steelers yesterday. They only lost by 7, but it felt like they got blown out. It really did. Offense is inconsistent. Um, I just think they need to go in a different direction. I was the defender of Joe Flacco for years. I still think he's a talented quarterback. I just think he's just not the guy. He's just not motivated to take the Ravens to the next step anymore. I think he won his Super Bowl and was satisfied, and he ain't really ever been the same since. But just to stick to topic, I think they done for us definitely in this division. They might can sneak it in the back door with a wild card, but I just don't see it happening. They fall to 4 or 5. Steelers look like they back to where they need to be. They a little inconsistent as well, but the defense is starting to come around, which was a big issue. Started to get a pass rush, um, so they look formidable again. Cincinnati was off this week, and the Browns dropped another one as they had to go against the Kansas City Chiefs. So nobody expected them to win that game, but they played pretty decently. Of course, they let go of their coach um, this week, Hugh Jackson. So they definitely going to try to rebuild once again or keep building what they build on. They got some talent there, so we'll see if they resurrect themselves. Let's stay in the AFC. Let's go to the South. Um, Jaguars was off yesterday. Houston, big win for them. They won 6 straight. They're quietly hot team right now. They're now 63. They won 6 straight. They started 0-3, and it's pretty much got a stranglehold on this division. Tennessee plays tonight in Dallas. Of course, I'll talk more about that game in a little while. Um, Speaking of the West, as just mentioned, the Chiefs they defeated the Cleveland Browns yesterday. Chargers with an impressive win in Seattle yesterday afternoon. That's a team a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon on as well. I think they definitely a wild card team. No matter whoever wins this division is going to definitely be a wild card. So that's why I say it's one spot. It might be a little bit still up in the air. Um, so like I was saying, the Ravens might could get a back door and get in there, but Chargers look impressive yesterday. Chiefs still like the Chiefs. So they're two definitely contenders in the AFC. Um, uh, who else is in the West? Oakland, of course, I've talked about them. They look like garbage on Thursday night. They definitely. Like I said, I think they're looking forward to Vegas. I think they checked out. They're just trying to build draft picks. They got 3 first rounders the next year. So and they probably try to one of them might be the number one pick if they keep going the way they're going. Um, Disappointed in the Redskins though. As we go over to the stay in the NFC since we're about to talk about Dallas. Big loss for them. Atlanta. I mean, I'm not surprised Atlanta beat them, but I thought Washington would give them more of a push. Um, but they still lead in the East, so I think Philadelphia was off this week, and the Giants. I don't think the Giants played yesterday either. So, and Dallas played tonight. So, it was an opportunity for them to pull away, but they Atlanta went in there and mopped the floor with them easily. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones scored yesterday, which was a big deal. because he get a lot of yards, but he don't get no touchdowns. But he scored yesterday, so big win for the Falcons. They still on life support, but they're in a tough division with New Orleans and the Rams, which was one of probably the best game of the year to me. That was a very exciting game yesterday. Drew Brees looking like Drew Brees. They jumped on them in the first half. Then they made the Rams made a furious comeback, but the Michael Thomas touchdown, man. If anybody old as me, Joe Horn, that was great. A lot of people criticizing him for that, but I loved that yesterday. He pulled out the old flip phone in the end zone. I was almost fell out my chair when I seen him do that. That was great. But a lot of people jumping on that man for that, but him and Adam Thielen for the Vikings. They're two receivers nobody talks about. Those two guys are 1 and 2, I think, in yards and receptions. But we talk about Julio and DeAndre Hopkins and all these other and they leading the yards and touchdown. They leading in everything. Those are two top receivers by numbers right now. Adam Thielen for the Vikings as well. They had a big win yesterday over Detroit. They leading in the division. Um, but yeah, that game was great. That Rams Saints game. It was better than the New England and Green Bay game last night, even though that game was pretty good too. But Brady just shows you why he's the GOAT right now. And that's a team people wrote off too. They started 1 and 2. That's why I was like, no, I'm not going to jump on them. Every year you doubt them, and they just come back. And I still think they in the AFC. I don't see nobody really beating them when it's all said and done. Even if they don't get home field, a lot of people say, "Well, they got to get home field." I don't think so. I think they could go. Even though Kansas City looks good, I think they could go at Kansas City and beat them again in Kansas City. Kansas City have choked in the playoffs, and you know, in the past. So I don't necessarily believe if they get home field it's a given. But they look good. Their defense been playing better as well. The Chiefs have, but still won't cut out New England until they actually somebody beat them. I'm not going to doubt them. So, um, but another big week in the NFL was great. Like I said, tonight's game, pretty much an elimination game. I think whoever loses this game is done. Tennessee 3 or 4, so is Dallas. So well, I think Dallas will have a chance to come back. Tennessee, maybe Tennessee too, because Houston's starting to pull away, but 3 and 5 won't put you out of it for the division. But like I said, the wild cards you got to have these tiebreakers and all that stuff. So that's why, like, really 10 wins. You get 10 wins, you almost guarantee the playoff spot. Get 10 wins. Don't worry about nobody else. Just get the 10. Don't get the 9. You might get out. You might still not make the playoffs because of tiebreakers and all that other stuff. So I say get 10 wins and you good. But I don't see the loser getting 10 wins. So, um, but we'll see. We'll see. That should be. It's an interesting game though. I'll check it out later on tonight. Um, but yeah, it was another great week in the NFL. I was so glad to watch yesterday. Um, but I was just looking forward to the rest of the season. I think the Kansas City play it might be next week when they play the Rams. I know they play each other soon, so that'll be interesting. I want to see what the Saints do for the rest of the year too. Can they keep it going? Um, but there's a lot of up and coming contenders, so we'll see. But like I said, the AFC I still like New England, even though they don't have the best record. And then the NFC, the Rams. I mean, you're gonna lose. I didn't think they was gonna win yesterday anyway. I thought it would be tough for them, but they still 8-1. So now I think for a team like that, I think home field matters. I think they need to get home field, and so do New Orleans as well. So that was a big win for them yesterday. I think teams like that they need home field. Um, so yeah, New Orleans don't play this good outside, from home. So, um, but it was still an impressive win, even though they was at home. Um, but that's all. Well, I've been over here 9 minutes. I pretty much got out everything I wanted to say for this week for the NFL. I launched my other channel Friday, um, the Open Book. Um, you could probably check it out through this as well. Just a channel of me pretty much revealing myself, my struggles, what I had with depression and stuff. So I want to do that to help people. So my introduction video, I think I did it on Friday. It's pretty much telling you about my life and how I dealt with it and how I'm still dealing with it today. I'm gonna do another video of that today in a few hours. Just a second part, I'm gonna focus on like self worth and you know self esteem, things like that. So definitely check that out. Um, but it was great. I mean, it was great. It was a great football day yesterday. Just always want to get on here and just chat about it. Um, like I said, I'll be wanting more interaction. So anybody got anything to say, just definitely hit me in the inbox, um, or anything, just to have some dialogue. Check me out. My video game playthroughs. I finished the Spider-Man DLC. I started it. I gotta finish that up. Mega Man 11. I finished all the 8 bosses. I just gotta probably do some Dr. Wily, do a Dr. Wily stage. So I'm gonna try to do it. Those stages usually tough, but I'm gonna try to do that. More Call of Duty, Black Ops. Probably I did live. I went live. What was it? Friday as well. I did a lot of my stuff Friday. The weekend I was busy with work, so I didn't do a lot this weekend. But another great week of football. I do this every Monday. I thank you guys so much for the support on everything, not just with this, with everything. Period. Speaking of football, I wanted to say something about the Alabama Crimson Tide, their college football. That was a huge win. They shut down LSU. I don't think nobody's gonna beat Alabama. I think this all is just a bunch of waste of time till we get to the national championship. I like how Clemson look, but I mean they haven't really played anyone. That's why a lot of people were sort of holding out on them. Notre Dame to me don't look like a great. I mean they're a good team. I don't see them beating Alabama though. I just don't see no team beating Alabama. So that's just the bottom line. They stay number one. We'll see how far LSU will fall after the loss, after they get dominated. So we don't know how far. Georgia, to me, I like how Georgia looks. I just still don't think they could be Alabama. I mean, that's just what it is. I measure everybody up against Alabama. Nobody just don't look like they can touch them. So, um, the playoff, the second week of the standings come out tomorrow. So we'll see where some of those teams fall. If Georgia now in the top three now, top four. Notre Dame won, so they'll stay up there, I guess. Clemson won as well, won big, so I'm guessing that'd be probably the top four right there. Michigan, oh yeah, Michigan was fifth, so Michigan should just sneak up there. I like how Michigan looks too. They looking better, but still don't. If they play Alabama, still don't think they'll be Alabama. So don't talk a lot about college football, but definitely starting to get to the nitty gritty of that as well. So, all right, that's it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the football as much as I did. Cowboys Titans tonight. Big game for both teams to try to stay alive in the playoff picture in both the AFC and the NFC. Huge win for the Texans yesterday. Texas made a statement. Well, I want to say a statement, but they pulled away in the South. Saints make a statement to the whole NFL that we might be the best team in football. And we'll see how my power rankings look because they was the top 2 teams in the power rankings. So it look like they have switched places at least. Or do I drop the Rams third? I got to think about all that in the next few days. Thursday night game, pretty decent game this week. Just say the Steelers. I talked about the Panthers. That's another team I forgot to talk about. They beat the Buccaneers yesterday. Buccaneers had problems, but they still tough to deal with all the offensive weapons they have. But the Panthers now I feel bad because I should have put them in my top 5, but I was thinking about putting them in. I gave the Redskins a nod because the Redskins actually beat them, but I think if they played again, I think they would beat Washington. But Carolina definitely should be mentioned. Um, they look a good. Cam Newton like himself. So that's another team to look out for. I forgot to mention them. Um, but they play this week. I think they at home. Or is it? No, I think it is in Pittsburgh. So it's Panthers at Steelers. That should be a very interesting game. Probably one of the best games of the year as far as Thursday night goes. So hopefully it don't be a crap fest like that. I was so mad about that San Francisco Oakland game. I thought it'd be at least decently, but that was just bad. But big game this week. I have a preview of it Wednesday. Watch about weekly ball. Where we talk about NFL on the Thursday night, and of course Saturday I'll be back as well with our normal blog. Some NBA stuff. Try to get a lot of NHL in this time since baseball season's over, and of course NFL Week 10 will continue at that time. So I'm Troy West. Said thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for watching. Somebody was in here for a couple of minutes. I appreciate whoever you were, and thank you so much. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Enjoy the week and stay dry. West Coast, I mean East Coast, excuse me. We getting a lot of rain here. Don't know where it is. How else? Anyway, where you maybe are, where you may be at. Excuse me. But we got a lot of rain here the next couple of days. So stay dry if you're on the East Coast with me, or wherever you are. Enjoy your week. Talk to you next time. Thank you so much.